So once again, racers, make sure you're checking over your stuff thoroughly. Make sure the cars are dried off. Make sure everything is ready to go. We got a lot of racing to get to today, and we want to give our fans the best show that we possibly can. So make sure your stuff's right. Make sure everything's ready to go. Again, thank you, Mrs. Stevie Racing Carey, for singing our national anthem. To David Roberts, our Stage and Lane Director for the XDA and for the World Cup Finals, and the Service Manager at East Coast Collision for our invocation.
Oye, recuerda, óyeme que todos los boricuas que están aquí diciendo presente, que no se pierden un festival Import de las Américas. Recuérdate que el del 2026 es en marzo, 20, 21 y 22. Así que anótalo en la agenda, marzo 20, 21, 22 del 2026 en la pista de Salinas. Ya tú sabes, óyeme, y los que quieren venir el año que viene a este evento y no se quieren quedar fuera porque cada año se va más rápido el sold out, recuerda que septiembre 1, en septiembre 1 del año que viene, ponlo en tu celular, en el calendario, septiembre 1 es que comienza la venta de boletos para este evento del año que viene, así que no esperes a comprarlo en octubre, en noviembre, que te va a quedar fuera. Pon eso, mire, el calendario, ponle la campanita a sonar el 1 de septiembre del 2026. Se abren las compuertas para que compres las taquillas para el Festival Import del año que viene.
Final call for M Racing DCT to the lanes. Final call for M Racing DCT to the lanes. Final call for M Racing DCT to the lanes. So again, folks, we're getting so close. All right, so again, racers, like we said, when we call you to the lanes, we need you to get there, be ready to go, be ready to race. Check over your cars thoroughly before every run, after every run. So ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Gentlemen, start your engines!
Viene, prende, 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 que el público está loco por ver la acción aquí. Import versus Domestic 2025 en Maryland. Así que ponte de pie, busca tu spot, busca tu esquinita, que está entrando la primera pareja.
Well, gentlemen, we are officially a part of World Championship Sunday here at the 29th Annual Holotech World Cup Finals presented by Wiseco after a lengthy delay from rain showers overnight and Mother Nature not giving us any help this morning and this afternoon getting track drive. But guess what? 2:42, we are on track. We are back to racing here at the Creek. As your first pair here in four-piston racing, all-motor, light in the high, it's going to be Scott Milheims and Joe Conway here with the two Mustangs. 93 body to the left, 90 body to the right. Classic Maryland versus Pennsylvania matchup. Milheims from the Pennsylvania area. They were number 5 and 12 in qualifying and getting ready to duke it out here. Only a couple numbers separated the pair in qualifying.
Viene categoría All Motor, carril izquierdo tenemos a Joe Conway por el carril izquierdo, por el carril derecho Scott. El carril derecho, óyeme, cualificando el número 5 con 9.22, carril izquierdo con 9.30 en la posición número 12.
So All Motor is officially on track as the first pair will get ready to stage. We are officially underway with the first pair going down the racetrack. Wheels up, start. Talk about this one from the team. Put the track back together. Top of the racetrack at the stripe. Is there going to be side-by-side? Win light shines for Scott Milheims. 924 with a 0 at 141. Up at the top end. 948 with a 1 there for Conway. Milheims moving on to round number next.
Así mismo en 9.24 a 141 millas. Pasando Scott a la siguiente ronda.
As another pair of domestics will get ready to go side by side. Dan Reince in the Mustang on the Napa side. And in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, Damian Stevens, the Canadian there on the left, in his 89 Mustang. Red light start there for Damian. He is done. Dan Reince running it through the quarter mile, top of the racetrack. The Mustang 924 with a 6 at 143. Moving on to round 3.
Viene pasando al round número 3 con 9.24 Dan Reince, ya que carril izquierdo, mire, comete el foul.
As next pair, another pair of domestics, Austin Shipp and Teddy Weaver. Teddy Weaver on the right side here of the 01 Mustang. UPR products on board for the stick shift machine out of Fredericksburg, number 6 in the field. And multi-time winner here in this category. Austin Shipp out of Florida, your number 11 qualifier, sitting here on the left side. Ran a 928, Weaver ran a 922. This one's gonna come down to the tree, I believe, for the pair.
I definitely think so, Higgins. This is going to be a good one. Oh, man, it's already over. It's Austin Shipp, red lights. So Teddy Weaver will get the free pass to the next round. 935 to a 941. I think Austin knew he had to take a shot at the tree, just didn't go his way.
Yeah, 33 right on the tree. That one's going to be kind of tough, but it is what it is. Next pair, Brandon Jefferson and Jamie Marsh. Marsh on the right side here, the number 9 qualifier. Jefferson was number 8. This could be a really good side-by-side matchup here.
Viene track support para Swap Fabrication por el carril derecho. Ya tú sabes, Jamie Marsh. Carril izquierdo, Brandon Jefferson. Ahora ha sido Import 2 Civic en la categoría All Motor enfrentándose. Luego viene, mira, un Import versus Domestic. Una Civic que también no se deja.
So the pair of imports out of Connecticut, New Jersey will inch forward. Jefferson into the pre-stage lights as we wait for Marsh to join them. As these two tough competitors will get ready to go side by side down the quarter mile. Green lights a pair. Jefferson with a slight edge. Can he hold off Jamie Marsh to the finish line? Yes, he does. Brandon Jefferson moves on. 933, 146. Better on the tree. Moving on to the next round. Jamie Marsh at 952 at 147.
9.33 para carril izquierdo. Jamie Marsh causa perdida con 9.52 por el carril derecho.
Import versus domestics here on the start line now. Sean Calabrese and the Firebird there on the Coors Light side. Napa side going to be Mahmoud Aglan and that white and black 92 Civic. He was your number 2 qualifier. Calabrese was number 18. These two were separated by just over 2/10 in qualifying.
Carril derecho, Mahmoud Aglan. Óyeme, con el respaldo también de la gente de Swap Fabrication. El track support por el carril derecho, la Civic All Motor. Cualificando el número 2, la Civic con 9.17 se enfrenta al número 18. Óyeme, con 9.41, el Firebird.
Glon is in, Calabrese is in, lights are down, wheels up start there for the Firebird, plates him down out there. Out in front is gonna be the Firebird. Here comes a Glon at the finish line. It's gonna be Sean Calabrese. 948, 9-138 is Mahmoud, only a 959 on the hit there. Calabrese moving on to round number 3. Also, reminder to all my crew guys out there, do not stand behind the car when it's staging, please. We got a lot of racing to go. We got to turn and burn cars, so please help us help you.
Otro import que nos mandan para el vagón. Óyeme, carril derecho. Lleva todo el fin de semana Willy tras Willy. La gente de Canadá por el carril derecho. Oye, Chad Steven por el carril derecho cualificando en la posición número 4 con 9.20. Número 13, el carril izquierdo con 9.30. Chécate el wheelie del carril derecho.
Red light for Chad Stevens, so Scotty Duncan will make it another round win with a 9:36 or 9:47. Grannis Racing, stick shift to the lanes, please. Grannis Racing, stick shift. Need you to the lanes, please. Grannis Racing, stick shift. Need you to the lanes, please.
Wild Street is on standby. Wild Street, you're officially on standby.
Categoría stick shift, categoría stick shift. Favor de bajar a los carriles. Categoría stick shift. A los carriles ahora.
So Jordan Costello, Kenny Martinez will get ready to go side by side here. Martinez, the Napa sign was your #1 qualifier with a 9:09, and then running 19s pretty consistently after that in a 9:27 with a K-Series powered Civic in the right lane. He's the one to keep an eye on. Jordan Costello, left side of that Civic, a 9:35.4 was good for number 16 of the field, but we've seen things have not worked out for the faster car so far.
Real quick, drivers, make sure those cars are wiped off. Get them underneath the wheel wells, the fenders. Make sure those cars are completely dry so we don't have any water getting up on the racetrack.
Jordan Costello por el carril izquierdo. Carril derecho, cualificando número 1 con 9:09.
Issues for Kenny Martinez. Jordan Costello with the drive back through the finish line. 9:66.8 for the dub for the number 16 qualifier. Kenny Martinez was out in front, and something happened between the 8th and the 1,000, and Costello goes driving by him through the finish line.
Así mismo el número 16 elimina el número 1 cualificando con 9:09, pasando a la siguiente ronda Jordan Costello. Carril izquierdo, TB80, carril derecho, James Steinmetz.
So once again, we have called stick shift to the lanes for round 2. Once again, Grannis Racing stick shift to the lanes for round 2. Wild Street, you're going to be on standby. Wild Street, you're on standby. Shift and Shane Steinmetz, right side. Left side, TB80 and the Integra out of San Diego. They were your number 7 to 10 qualifiers here. Get ready to duke it out in a classic import versus domestic matchup.
Viene carril izquierdo. TV en el Inter. Uy, tremendo wheelie para el carril derecho. El Mustang. Mejor reacción para el carril derecho. Vamos a ver si el Inter arriba lo logra alcanzar. A ver si lo coge. Y toma, carril izquierdo. Pasando con 9:34. Honda Power, como le gusta a mi panita Johnny Nitro.
Shift and Shane was out in front to the last bit there. 32 thou finish line. As that will conclude second round of 4-piston racing all motor. First round here of Extreme Front Wheel Drive going to be on deck now. Brought to you by Real Street Performance. Victor Alvarez reset the K-Series record in qualifying with that 781.7 that he ran. To his right is Michael Manley in the number 16 spot, who squeaked himself into the field with a 99.8 and a $1.90. Now, that being said, Michael Manley and the Ramey Racing team, I believe, have more left in this car. This car has been quicker and it's been faster than what it did in qualifying. Victor Alvarez, he's been stout so far here for the man up from Tampa. We're going to keep an eye on this pair. This could be potentially a fantastic side-by-side matchup.
Número 16, el carril derecho, Michael Manley. Le toca enfrentarse al número 1, Víctor Álvarez, por el carril izquierdo, que viene de correr 7.81, 7.99. El mejor tiempo para el carril derecho. Vamos a ver cómo le va en esta ronda la categoría X Front Wheel Drive. Dímelo, panita mío, hondero. Llegó lo que nos gusta. Víctor Álvarez.
So how about this, gentlemen? I was just told that Victor Alvarez, he has never won a round of racing at the Haltech World Cup Finals presented by Wisecoat. He's your number 1 qualifier, taking on a former number 1 qualifier, Michael Manley, on the right-hand side.
Pre-stage beams on for the pair, and now we wait to see who will stage the car first. And so far, looks like neither driver wants to be the one to go in.
Oh, and starter Mikey K's walking up, and Mikey says, all right, he's had enough, and Michael's pointed them in. Now they have been ordered to stage. If they don't go in, Michael can disqualify both drivers for refusing to stage.
He is counting them down right now. He is not happy. He needs these two to get into the beams. Manley stages first. Waiting on Victor. Victor's in. Lights down. Green and green both sides of the racetrack. Victor Alvarez with a better 60-foot. Smoke coming out of Victor's car. Top eight given to Manley. 797 with the upset. Moving on to the next round, and smoke from Victor's car up at the finish line as our spotters run across to check the racetrack. Tough break for Victor Alvarez, your #1 qualifier. Done here in first round of Real Street Performance X front-wheel drive. As Manley is sliding around up at the top end of the racetrack, that car just whipped around.
Wow. Oye, tremendo tutazo. El auto número 16, eliminando al auto que terminó en la posición número 1. Víctor Álvarez, el dominicano, confrontó problemas después del octavo. La mejor reacción para Víctor Álvarez, mejores 330.
So checking out the replay here. This is for the Michael Manley machine up in the racing replay. Going down the racetrack in the shutdown area just fine. And then smoke starts perfect behind the back, and then you're going to see that rear end just whip around. I don't know if there was some maybe fluid on the rear tires there or what, but we also do have some fluid on the racetrack there from Victor. So we're going to get that cleaned up real quick, and I believe he is on the cleanup clock. As you guys watch it back at home, you get to see the East Coast Collision jet truck driving by after getting topped off over across the street. So once again, we have called stick shift to the lanes for second round. Grant is racing stick shift to lanes for second round. And just because we're kind of talking about the stick shift cars here, for those of you guys that may have watched at home on Thursday or were here, you may have witnessed the two-car collision with Joel Grannis and Vlad Yevtushenko. First thing I want to say is that the Haltech girls are out there throwing out shirts for those of you guys out in the stands. Got to make some noise if you want them.
Hello, ladies.
Sube las manos si quieres gorra, sube las manos si quieres camisa, sube las manos, viene, sube las manos.
But one of the things that's been going on out in the drag racing world since that collision, Joel Grant has said that every dollar and every penny of merch sales he's going to donate over to Vlad. On top of that, there's a shirt company, and I can't remember what it is, and I'm sorry, but you're going to see some fresh shirts coming out of Vlad Yevtushenko and Joel Grannis' camp, and it's actually a really cool photo. It's got both cars on it. Wow. All the proceeds are going to go to Vlad for that. And I got word about this morning. One of Vlad's very close friends and a lot of the Super World has put together a GoFundMe for Vlad. They're trying to raise money to help him either get the car repaired or do whatever needs to be done. So if you got some time and you decide you want to help out Vlad, check out the GoFundMe. If you want to donate a couple bucks, it'd be awesome. But I know the 2JZ World is really trying to help them out over there, and I'm sure they'd be more than happy to have a little bit of help from the rest of the drag racing world. So that's a tough break. That was like the third or fourth pass on that car. I mean, just a heartbreak.
Wild Street, need you out of the lanes, please. Wild Street, need you out of the lanes, please. Wild Street, need you out of the lanes, please. Wild Street, need you out, please.
Viene categoría Wild Street, bájalo, categoría Wild Street, bájalo. Oye, saludando por ahí a los muchachos, nuestros hermanos de República Dominicana, Team Buster, que está por ahí, Willy Espinal, Leo Ferrari, el team de Sama Mescar, activo, Brian del Villar.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields, and the interstate, there's a movement growing a movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shots Secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shots Secret, powered by science.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
Red Line Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me. Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me. Proven by me. Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
When you use Hot Shots Secret oil and fuel additives, you get decades worth of cutting-edge innovation. Innovation that saves you money and maximizes efficiency and performance. Hot Shots Secret started with a mission to solve one engine problem. Today, we have solutions for all kinds of common issues that impact your bottom line. From our world-class lab to your cars, trucks, and equipment, Hot Shots Secret is powered by science.
We drive performance.
Auto cualificando con 7.90, Cari derecho. Nicole Earl cualificando número 12 con 7.98. Alerta de 7 segundos. Saca la camarita, vamos arriba.
So Bradley Dillon and the Dillon Roofing Machine on the right side. Nicole Elf, Demon Motorsports, Boston Scientific on the left lane. 2 7-second machines here getting ready to go side by side as Nicole Elf into the pre-stage beams. As final call for Greatest Racing stick shift. Final call, Greatest Racing stick shift to the lanes, please. Pre-stage beams on for the pair. Nicole Elf's going to stage it first. Bradley Dillon will build boost, stage it second. Lights down. Advantage on the tree will go to Dillon. But out in front, it's going to be Nicole Elf. Top end of the racetrack, win light shines. Nicole Elf, 8:03.0, 190. As we're going to just play it safe and check the right side real quick.
8.03 para la damita Nicole Earl, que pasa a la próxima ronda con 8.03, 190 millas. Activo, dímelo, los fiebros que están conectados a la página de FloRacing. Dímelo, Yomar Gaming, estamos activos.
Wild Street, let me get your first round of lanes, please. Wild Street for your first round pairings of lanes. Wild Street for your first round pairings of the lanes.
Viene categoría Wild Street, baja los carriles, primera ronda eliminatoria. Vamos allá a Serie X con Tom Turner, cualificando con 8.05. Se enfrenta a Ryan Harmon, cualificando carril izquierdo con 7.95. Carrerita buena es lo que hay. George Pennsylvania por el izquierdo desde New York por el carril derecho. Precision Turbo respaldando el carril derecho.
So Tom Turner and Ryan Harmon will get ready to go side by side here. Ryan Harmon finally joining the 7-second zone. And your number 9 qualifier, Tom Turner, made it in as an alternate. Here for the right side, 91 CRX. Let's see if he can put a 7 up on the board potentially. So Harmon, the favorite on this one. But again, this is a field full of 7-second capable cars. Here at Roll Street Performance, front wheel drive. Red light start for Tom Turner. Ryan Harmon going on to round number 2. And smoke, might have been tire smoke there from Harmon. It dissipates pretty quickly. at 896.0135. Again, I believe he got out of early.
Viene cometiendo falta, carril derecho, ganando Ryan Harmon por el carril izquierdo.
My heart says tire smoke, and that's what we're going to hope for.
Viene donde están los boricuas, ¿dónde están los boricuas? ¿Quién viene por ahí, por el carril derecho? Girl Power. Johanna Marie por el carril derecho en su poderoso Civic. Carril izquierdo, como dice mi panita Chris Higgins, la Moosa por el carril izquierdo. What you say, Chris?
He's wanting me to do it. David, no, their left side, La Moosa. Uy. The 89 rusted Civic out. Beautiful looking machine. Number 6 in the field. Joanna Marie, the female out of Orlando here on the right side. 2000 Civic. K-Series power. The power plant for the right side. B-Series for the left lane.
Uy, ya tenemos a Fabián también tirándose la corneta. Oye, 7.96. 7.96 cualificando 11, Johanna. 7.91 carril izquierdo. Proba boricua, no le tiene miedo a nada. Vamos arriba, Johanna Marie. ¿Dónde están las chicas y cuántos van a la boricua? Grítale, ¿cuántos van a Johanna? Uy, todas esas camisetas rositas que ven los bleachers. Vamos para encima. Estamos contigo, Johanna.
It's the north versus south matchup here. Left lane's in, right lane's in. Lights are down. Advantage on the tree will go to Joanna Marie. Joanna Marie's going to be out in front. Here comes David No. Top of the racetrack at the stripe. Give it to Joanna Marie. 796 for identical to what she ran in qualifying. And she's getting squirrely up at the top of the racetrack. But I believe that was just the parachute. 8.059 there for David O. Joanna Marie moving on to round number 2.
Oye, y no me hables de consistencia. 7.96.4, 7.96.4. El mismo tiempo del pase anterior. Vuelve y lo repite. Johanna Marie pasando a la siguiente ronda.
Next pair on Waterbox, J.F. Kelly, last year's runner-up with what I believe was a career best 789.4 in qualifying for the man in the left lane. Max Ledoux on the right side, also from Quebec, Canada, just as J.F. Kelly, number 13 in the field, going to 798.4. So we'll see if we can see side-by-side 7-second passes from the Canadians here.
Vamos allá, Max Ledoux por el carril derecho, J.F. Kelly por el izquierdo.
Lights are down, advantage on the tree will go to J.F. Kelly. J.F. Kelly out in front. Here comes Ledoux. Not going to be enough on the whole shot. J.F. Kelly moving on, and a lot of smoke pouring out of Ledoux's car up at the top end. 8.080 J.F. Kelly moving on to round number 2. Max Ledoux smoking up there.
Zumba pasando a la próxima ronda, J.F. Kelly. Oye, que lo dejó bien pegado desde la reacción con 1.43, los 60 pies, 5.34, que es octavo de 7 segundos. Carril derecho con tremendo casulón. Tremendo casulón para el Civic verde de Max Ledoux. Oye, tremendo el carrerón de la boricua Johanna Marie, que no se dejó.
Next pair going to be Alyssa Tavares and Chad Carpenter. Tavares, your left lane. Carpenter in your right. Numbers 3 and 14 in the field. Tavares has got more left in this machine. Only a 786 and a $189. Carpenter is on the tower side. Was number 14 qualifier going 798.6, 188 for his best pass. So we'll see how the two Civics will match up here.
Vieron por encima dominicano por el carril izquierdo. ¿Dónde están los dominicanos? ¿Dónde están los dominicanos? Sube la mano. Cookie Team Racing de los querendones. Por el carril izquierdo, CJ Tunnel, la programación. USA por el derecho, Chuck Carpenter. Vamos arriba los latinos por el carril izquierdo, boricua. Uno con Cookie Team Racing hasta abajo.
Another North versus South matchup with Carpenter from Pennsylvania, Tavares from Florida for the two B-Series powered machines. Here up on the starting line as Carpenter will turn on the pre-stage beams first. Tavares will now join. Carpenter goes straight in. Tavares is straight in. Lights are going to be down. Both cars going to leave clean. Advantage to the 60-foot is Tavares. Carpenter's keeping up. Top of the racetrack. Give it to Tavares. 791.3, 182. Carpenter 8 12 with a 2, 189, not quite enough. Wilson Tavares moves on to round 2.
Zumba Cookie Team Racing, que pasa a la próxima ronda. Wilson Tavares, la leyenda, papá, de República Dominicana en la casa.
And I have heard cleanup on the racetrack, which means that is going to be left lane, which I believe was Tavares. Wilson Tavares is officially on the cleanup clock. So racers, like we said earlier, please double check everything, make sure everything is locked down, good to go, 100%. If an official tells you to do something, please do so. We got a lot of racing to go. And I know you guys don't want to race till 1 a.m., so help us help you. The track cleanup is going to be underway as all 3 tractors are currently rolling, and we're hoping this one's going to be a quick one.
Oye, un saludito por ahí de nuestros hermanos de Aruba que están conectados ahí, activos. Dímelo, Leomar Cruz, también saludo por ahí. Gordo Photography activo. El Coriara Jonathan también activo. Humacao Arena RC también activo. Dímelo, Helio. Easy Precision Balancing, buscando las camisas. Dímelo, Helio, los duros en balanceo.
Yeah, real quick, guys. I just got a message from Vlad Yevtushenko. I want to share with all of you. It says, you know, hey, thank you, and thank you for the announcement. I just heard driving home. Support from the community has been overwhelming. He loves his event and everyone that's here. He thanks you all so much, and also for Joel Granis for stepping up. Say, you know what, Joel says whatever I can do to help him out. You know, and I feel in my heart. And Higgins, you can back me on this one. If the roles were reversed, Vlad Yevtushenko would do the exact same thing.
Everybody has spoken very highly of Vlad. Everybody speaks very highly of just the stick shift community and what they've done. So it's a really cool thing. It's awesome to see that they're getting behind and trying to help Vlad out. Again, it's a heartbreak thing, what happened. But everybody's trying to pitch in, you know, for what was an awesome opportunity that ended up, you know, kind of coming apart in a unfortunate situation. But again, shout out to Joel Granis, the 2GZ, and import community for getting behind Vlad Yevtushenko and helping out the brother. Also, I'm not going to lie, I might actually buy one of those shirts myself because, 1, to support, and 2, I really like that design I saw. So, Vlad, appreciate you, brother. Joel Granis, appreciate you also.
Oye, sigue la gente enviándonos DM de dónde están conectados viendo por FloRacing. Oye, me está Valentina y Emiliano que están viéndonos. Óyeme, allá desde Orlando, Zumba, Yuyin. El Emiliano curándose, viendo las carreras. Dios te bendiga, Emiliano.
Javon got a microphone, y'all. Javon with a microphone is like the book if you give a mouse a cookie, I feel like sometimes.
It's going to mess up. But no, real quick, man. It's Sunday here. It's dope. I got to give a big, big shout out to this young fan sitting over there in the VIP section on the pit side. He goes by the name of Anthony Santiago. My man is over there chilling, enjoying himself, and having a great time. So, Higgins.
Yo.
So what is it like? This is my first time here on a Sunday. I normally just do Saturdays.
That's fair, you do.
I know, but it's just
but
like...
you see, you out there going to church, you out there trying to like help the community.
I try my best.
You know, definitely not sleeping in. You're
No.
definitely not chillaxing.
Not
like,
at all. I'm
know.
not doing any of that. But once again, Anthony, where you at, Lord Anthony?
He's vibing. That's what he's doing. He's vibing. He's vibing. Fifth year in a row sold out capacity crowd here at the 29th Annual Haltech World Cup Finals presented by Wiseco. And there's not an inch of space on this property. You are shoulder to shoulder. I hope you showered and, you know.
Man, listen. I really hope, you know, what is Dove, Degree, Shore. You know, make sure you did all the essentials because it is shoulder to shoulder out here today, for real. It was the same way yesterday. It's always packed out here, 24/7 when it comes to World Cup, bro.
Yo, you know why? Because like I said, attempted to be duplicated but never replicated.
Man, I don't think you'll ever see nothing like this except for being right here.
I agree, 110%, man.
And I'm mad. I missed the bikini contest and everything.
You done messed up at Aaron.
I did. Hey, fans, did any of y'all see the bikini contest?
A couple, but I think a lot of them were ready to be, you know, ready for some racing, getting in their seats, sitting back, relaxed, maxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. A couple of guys.
Okay, Fresh Prince.
Oye, aquí estamos viendo el dron casa llena, es lo que hay aquí en Maryland International Raceway World Cup Final. Dímelo, Chesina, vamos por encima, Chesina, dímelo, Chesina, vamos por encima. Aquí está Hueso, papá, dice que está ready para ti. También inspector Jimmy Reyes que está conectado. Dímelo, Jimmy Reyes que está conectado.
win races. They want money. They want bragging rights. Make no mistake about it, Courtney. People love trophies. This is what this event is about, the World Cup Finals. We saw Jason Miller, event promoter, put this cup out here before practice yesterday. It's out here. Every time somebody comes up to this line, they are thinking about this. Your family has a storied history of winning trophies. What does something like this mean to a race team, a family, and everybody involved?
Now, there's a lot of money up for grabs here this weekend, but that is probably the last priority of anybody that is out here. They want records, they want the bragging rights, but this means something when it is sitting on your trophy shelf at home. Anybody who knows anything about sports, it doesn't matter if you know that this is the World Cup Finals Cup. When you walk into somebody's shop or their house and something of this magnitude is sitting on their shelf, you know that they've done something. But in drag racing especially, we've got the Wally in drag racing. We have the PDRA 660 man in PDRA. They're iconic. They mean something just from the visual of it. And so having this here right in front of the Christmas tree, you would think that this is something that might throw them off. The cars are staging up literally right here. And as the last thing that they're looking at before they go over 200 miles an hour is this Christmas tree. If you think that in their peripheral that they're not looking at this thinking this is why I'm here, you're insane. So call it intimidation factor, call it motivation, call it whatever you want. This trophy sitting here is iconic, and I love that the Millers do that.
She's Courtney Enders. I'm Ben Shelton. This is the World Cup Finals on FloRacing.
Turbo Smart Limited Street to the lanes, please. Turbo Smart Limited Street to the lanes.
Viene categoría Turbo Smart, Limited Street, baja a los carriles. Turbo Smart, Limited Street, baja a los carriles. Dímelo, Voltio Photography, dímelo, Voltio, te veo, Voltio, sube las manos, Voltio Photography con el celular en mano. Ese teléfono es el tuyo, el de CH, habla claro.
I need all golf carts out of the staging lanes, please. All golf carts out of the staging lanes. And folks, please be very mindful. If you're walking in the staging lanes, please be mindful that the cars need to get into the staging lane. So please be very mindful of the cars. Cars have right of way. So please. So again, folks, please, just watch where you're walking out there in the pit area, the staging lanes. Cars need to get through. Again, and also, racers, if your if your pit vehicle is not actually hooked to the race car, you cannot have it in the staging lanes.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields, and the interstate, there's a movement growing. A movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shot Secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve-train part worthy of the winner's circle.
Red Line Oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me. Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
When you use Hot Shot Secret oil and fuel additives, you get decades worth of cutting-edge innovation. Innovation that saves you money and maximizes efficiency and performance. Hot Shot Secret started with a mission to solve one engine problem. Today, we have solutions for all kinds of common issues that impact your bottom line. From our world-class lab to your cars, trucks, and equipment, Hot Shot Secret is powered by science.
We drive with performance.
This is the 29th Annual Haltech World Cup Finals, presented by Wiseco, live from Maryland International Raceway.
That we are going to try and roll with if it comes to it. We're hoping not, and we're hoping, you know, the weatherman is always wrong generally, and that's going to be another one of those situations. But again, we have every intention of doing everything we possibly can in order to complete the race. Right now, the forecast is showing for a potential threat of rain later. Again, can we tell you definitively? No. But right now, the forecasts are showing that there is potential there. We are going to run every opportunity. We are going to drive. But again, racers, you've got to check over your stuff. And if it came down to it, if we have racers still in competition, the purse will be split among the remaining racers. We would have a winner declared. That winner would be the highest qualifier, and they would receive the trophy and be declared the winner. But again, the purse will be split among all drivers still in competition for that category.
Bien, seguimos con la acción, categoría Stream Front Wheel Drive. Vamos arriba, dímelo Fufu, dímelo Team Marrero, dímelo Marlon Marrero. Estamos activos, dímelo Marilyn. West Pride acercándose por el carril derecho. Denis Nevares por el carril izquierdo. 316 Speed. Con One Clutch. Respaldando a West Pride. Jake Hunt Tuning, cualificando número 2, carril izquierdo, y número 15, carril derecho.
All right, we are back underway here with West Sprite, Dennis Navarez. Navarez left side of the 316 speed entry at Lutz, Florida. B-Series power on the hood for that entry. And last year's winner in this competition, West Sprite, who only qualified in the 15th spot. Barely made the field this year in the Real Street Performance X front-wheel drive category. He's got some tough competition ahead here with Dennis Navarez. Navarez has always been quick and stout. Wes Spry, again, with the championship already under his belt there, hoisting the cup last season. We'll see if maybe he can start with another round victory here.
Vamos allá, carrerita en los 7 segundos por igual. En los controles por el carril izquierdo, Denis Nevares.
Both drivers are in, lights are going to be down. Race up advantage will go over to Dennis Navarez. To the 60-foot battery is going to be Navarez. Wes Spry trying to keep even. Top of the racetrack, win light shines for Dennis Navarez. 797 with a 4. There's a big puff of smoke out of Wes Spry's machine. Down on the mile an hour, ran a 798.7, so quicker than what he ran in eliminations. Down on the mile an hour, though. Car may be hurt.
Vamos allá, Denis Nevares que pasa a la próxima ronda. El Black Leaks 360 Speed. Oye, con un carrerón ambos en los 7 segundos, un side by side. 797, carril izquierdo, 798, carril derecho. Viene, tenemos que vaciar el área, vienen los media, ahí, el área del burnout, tenemos que vaciar el área.
Once again, Wilson Tavares, you're needed to the tower immediately. Again, Wilson Tavares, you are needed to the tower immediately, please.
What line and where, guys?
Well, I guess I'll just reiterate what I was just saying to please make sure to check over your stuff, guys.
Cookie Team Racing, Wilson Tavares, Cookie Team Racing. Favor de subir a la torre, Wilson Tavares, Cookie Team, CJ. Wilson Tavares, sube a la torre de control.
So, guys, like I said, please make sure your stuff's good. There. So again, guys, please check over your cars. Make sure everything's good. Tighten down every nut and bolt if you possibly can. You know, we want to get race cars going on the racetrack. And we do have a threat of rain later. Again, we will make an effort in order to try to get the event complete. But if for some reason it's enough rain that we're talking hours of drying time, obviously we're not going to be able to get back to racing. That's a different conversation. But if it came down to it, obviously, we'll want to have finals completed, one person standing at the end of the night. But again, if it does come down to it, what could potentially happen, the purse itself will be split across the remaining racers in the category. So if you have 4-car split, obviously you take the 4, split the money, here you go. But the winner that would be declared for the category would be your highest qualified racer still remaining. So if your number 1 qualifier is still in, they would be declared the winner. They would get the trophy, and again, the purse would be split among the racers that are still left in competition. If it's your number 8 qualifier is your highest man still left, then they would be declared the winner, but again, the purse would be split among the remaining racers still in competition.
Dennis Navarez, congratulations, you got a win light. I want to ask you a racing question.
Go ahead.
In your opinion, what do we need to do in the X front-wheel drive class? Because, buddy, you guys are keeping parts manufacturers in business with how much stuff you guys are tearing up.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but if you do the math, you know, I do all types of racing with my buddies, from pro mod to no-time racing to everything. And if you figure how much horsepower these engines make per cubic inch, you'll understand we're making probably 450 some people per cylinder. You know, I mean, it's more than a big block with twin turbos makes per cubic inch. So, I mean, if they expect these things to run as fast as they are, we're going to break them. And, you know, we swing for the fences and we try to win. So it's part of the game, you know.
So you guys are finding the breaking point. Victor said the same thing earlier in the weekend. Where's the next level? We went to billet blocks. Where's the next weak point that we're doing that we need to be looking at as we're going into the off season?
In my opinion, I think that would help these cars stay alive would be putting air to water instead of getting the air to air to lower the intake temps. And someone coming up with a billet head for us to keep the valve train together to be able to rev it and stay together at that RPM, you know. Other than that, you know, we try and some people just try to Hail Mary, some people try to win. Today we're here trying to win, so we're going to try to keep it together as hard as we can and go rounds.
Well, you know, if you get in the final and you got to Hail Mary it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Depends who you're racing, you know. Sometimes you got to turn it down because you're going to expect them to do the Hail Mary and you come on top.
Playing chess is always a good thing.
That's all we do.
All right, we'll see you next round, Dennis.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Viene categoría Aula versus Stream. Categoría Aula versus Stream. Mickey Thompson Tire. Vayan preparándose los corredores que ya en breve estaremos llamándolos para que bajen a los carriles. Categoría Mickey Thompson Tire. Aula versus Stream. Prepárate que ya en breve estaremos llamando para que bajen a los carriles.
All right, shout out to the MIR staff. 5-minute quick cleanup. Them clock is turned off. We're ready to rock and roll.
Bien, seguimos con la acción entrando. Los front wheel drive. Kevin Alemán, Chapulín Performance Junior entrando por el carril izquierdo. En el Fresh Motorsport Honda Civic, cualificando con 7.95, se enfrenta a Daniel Calderón desde Clinton, cualificando número 7 con 7.92, así que esto va a ser un carrerón side by side.
As Dana Calderon right side of the racetrack here in the Civic, number 7 of the field, taking on Kevin Ailman. Now, Ailman, I don't believe has shown the full hand yet for this 2000 Civic at Kissimmee, Florida. Only a 795 and only 183. We've seen this machine go way quicker and way faster than that on more than one occasion. So we'll see with Calderon here on the right side, if that 792-1, if he can replicate it in order to try to see if he has an opportunity against Ailman here for the local man out of Clinton, Maryland. Just up the street, Dana Calderon has started to turn heads in the extreme front-wheel drive category and gaining respect for his fellow racers as neither driver wasting any time going straight. A red light start, Kevin Ailman by 3 thou. Daniel Calderon going to round 2 here in Rural Street Performance X front-wheel drive. Wow. 794.9 for Calderon.
Wow, cometiendo falta Kevin Alemán y se fue con 8.16, 185 millas, 7.94 para Daniel Calderón. Oye, negativo 003, negativo 003 para Kevin Alemán, la falta en la derrota. Dímelo Alan Román, Mr. Light activo. Viene que por ahí viene, mira. Los del Lambo. Voy a saludar a todos los medios que siguen activos haciendo tremendo trabajo. Todos los medios que están aquí presentes. Unique Drag Photo, GRS Motorsport. Ahí los muchachos también. De Curete PR, la chica Curete PR. WJ Drag Racing Photography. También activo. Los muchachos activos de Palfiebre en la casa. CH Photography, Chino Photography. Y recuerda seguirnos en las redes sociales como El Coqueto Locutor y Yo Soy el Racing. Y en el podcast en YouTube desde el Boquete. Vamos por encima, César Sabino, Sama Mezcal, República Dominicana por el carril izquierdo el Lamborghini. Vamos allá. Oye, que se enfrenta a Tom Green. Oye, que está cualificando número 4 con 7.96 en el RS3. El Audi contra el Lamborghini. Fufu, cómprate uno, Fufu. Tim Marrero. Viene Dominicano, menea la bandera. Dominicano, menea la bandera. Dominicano en los bleachers, el activo. Mangú Power. Vamos arriba al sucio. Difícil lo que le viene a César Sabino. No se va a dejar en el Lamborghini contra el Audi. En la zona de los 7 segundos. Audi 5 cilindros. Héctor Tejada activo. César Seviño. Saba Mezcal. Brian Del Villa. Tim Buster. Willy Espinal. Leo Ferrari. Viene, vamos por encima, saca la camarita, lo que le gusta a los autos exóticos en el Lamborghini.
Oye, categoría nueva en este evento, la categoría Dual Clutch Transmission. Oye, me estrenándose en la categoría el corillo de dominicanos que siguen on fire. Oye, los dominicanos están en el dragueo. Oye, Coqueto on fire, buscando entrar a todas las categorías. ¿Y qué más que esta categoría que la categoría de los tortosos? Picando adelante el Audi RC3 por el derecho. Cómodamente 1.35 en los 60 pies. 806. 806 para Tom Green, que pasa a la siguiente ronda.
Zumba. Oye, César cogió una siesta. Yo creo que se quedó testeando un rato en la luz. Todavía no le iba a llegar el email de que tenía que arrancar. ¿Qué clase dormía de luz? Cómodamente ganando el Audi. Se nos fue un dominicano, pero estamos activos. Dominicano, mené esa bandera con orgullo. Mené esa bandera, dominicano. Sácala, sácala, sácala. Viene, olvídate de eso.
No creo que es el único, porque hay más dominicanos en la categoría. Ese no es el único, el Lamborghini. Óyeme, el GTR azul de Héctor Tejada. Dominicano también por el carril derecho. Y se enfrenta a otro dominicano, Brian del Villar, por el carril izquierdo. Así que duelo de dominicana en ambos carriles. Brian del Villar, Héctor Tejada. Ahí están. Vamos a ver cuál de los dos pasa a la siguiente ronda. Lo que yo sé es que va a ser un dominicano, Coqueto, el que pasa a la siguiente ronda.
Pero veo el GTR volando bajito, cómodamente 5.19. Héctor Tejada. Toma. 7.80. 189 millas.
8.33 para Brian del Villar en causa perdida, pasando Héctor Tejada a la siguiente ronda en su GTR.
Zumba, oye. Oye, tú, panita mío, que tiene el carrito de hot dog en Puerto Rico, tráete el Lamborghini el año que viene para esta categoría. Tú sabes, tú sabes.
A ver si el huracán Gialo se activa. El amarillo de PR para que venga a guayar acá con los dominicanos y los americanos y con todo el que traiga un carro exótico a la nueva categoría Dual Clutch Transmission, DCT.
4-piston, all motor, need to the back of the lanes for pairings, please. 4-piston, all motor, need to the back of the lanes for pairings, please. 4-piston, all motor, need to the back of the lanes for pairings, please. Higgins.
Also, X front wheel drive, we know you just went down the racetrack. Get them serviced quickly. As we are not far from calling you, we know we have the stick shift prep. That's going to take a little time, Wild Street, Limited Street, and all motor to run. But again, we will be calling you guys probably sooner than normally expected. As issues here for both Farouk and Beckham Arso.
Uy, con problema ambos corredores, a ver quién pasa al frente. Menos problema para el carril derecho que pasa suavecito. Farks Aziz con 12.09 en el Audi R8.
So Farouk Aziz gets the round win there on a drive street car pedal fest. Anyway, so like I was just saying, all motor. I don't know if they'd called you if you guys were on standby, but X front wheel drive, again, this will be a very quick turnaround. FYI, get them serviced quickly. We have a little bit of time here with the stick shift, obviously, category and with the prep for them. But again, you will be put on standby here soon, so please service them quickly. DCT, for those of you guys that may have the radios on in your cars, you're going to be following the X front wheel drive category, so just FYI.
Leo Polanco por el carril izquierdo en el Lamborghini. Por el carril derecho, Mike Norizada. GTR versus Lambo.
So Polanco will time out. Mickey Norizada in the GTR will get the round win. Going to round number 2 here. 8-11 with a 3 at 182. As the Huracan going on a Sunday evening cruise down the racetrack at a blistering 44.5 miles an hour, it looks like. So once again, if you haven't heard, X front wheel drive, this will be a very quick turnaround. So FYI, service them quickly. Verify that everything is tightened down when you guys are done with your services. As Nick
Qué precioso se ve ese Audi R8. Óyeme, y eso es B10. B10 por el carril derecho. Nick DiGiulio por el carril derecho en su Audi R8 B10. Oye, viene de correr 7:39, Corillo.
Nick Julio right side here. The R8. You know what, man? I respect it. By run, cruising down, checking out the fans all the way down the racetrack.
Suavecito para que le tomen las fotos, paseando, pam, tranquilito, prendió el radio, saludando a la fanaticada, hangueando, relax, como los de la Pava.
Number 1 qualifier, 16-12 of the 482 miles an hour as track prep now underway here for the stick shift category. Go back live here in just a few minutes.
Bueno, y vamos a preparar la pista porque lo que viene a continuación, la categoría Stick Shift, la categoría manual, así que pendiente. Tan pronto los muchachos terminen de preparar la pista, continuamos con la categoría Stick Shift. Y el que está primero, ahí en el área del burnout para entrar, el Cletus McFarland en el Leroy.
Daniel Cauldron, anytime a driver gets out of the car and looks at me and goes, "What'd I do?" And all I got to do is tell you that you won.
Appreciate it, man. I'm so excited, man. This is my third year racing World Cup, and it's my first round elimination that I won. So I'm so excited about it, man. Just making it to the event, just excited, man.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fact, the other piece of information, you're still doing it with a cast block.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I already throw out ropes in the second round, and I have to pay the fine. So I was not happy about it, but a bunch of my friends, they make it happen. They help me out, pay the fine. Let's keep going.
You're going to keep going right on into round number 2. We'll see you coming up.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. I hope for the best.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, brother.
Category. So, ladies and gentlemen, as they see one of our officials. Wait, Ty, you got any free T-shirts down there? See, Ty's trying to get a chant going. I guess I got to go out there and show a rookie how to do this. So hard to find good help these days. No, I'm kidding, Ty. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. You've called all motor. Back to the lanes, all motor. You have been called back into the lanes. Oh, they're cheering out here. Come on now. Let them hear you out here, ladies and gentlemen. Getting this racetrack ready to go. Spraying down the good stuff. Wait a minute, Todd, what you got over there? Wait a minute, hold on, he's got something. All right. Todd, what are you doing? Seriously, dude, what are you doing? Wait a minute. Are you the guys from New York City? Where are you guys from, Jersey? I can't understand a word they're saying. Well, Oklahoma? Oh, they're from Puerto Rico! Earplugs work, trust me. Headphones, they work. Wait a minute. Come on now, come on. All right. All right, since I promised Kaketo and Jose I would do this, but for the great folks here from Puerto Rico, and if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Barriqua Acayo! Now the question, did I say it right? Jervon, what are you doing up there? That's your spot? Wait a minute. When have you been VIP? You're a Cowboys fan. Yes? No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Remember how I said I couldn't race you because I was an injured knee?
That's right, tear him up.
Let's go, son. Wait a minute. You can't see me. Well, unfortunately, he was saved by the race cars. All right, Higgins, let's go. Stick shift.
Categoría Stitchy, dímelo, yo soy el Racing. Mira eso, ¿quién viene llegando por ahí? ¿Quién viene llegando?
Ladies and gentlemen, where my Cletus fans at? Here he is in Leroy the Savage, Cletus McFarland.
Vienen con Patrick Dumont por el carril izquierdo en el Nissan 240.
Viene cuántos latinos le van a Cletus McFarland en el Leroy. Dímelo cuántos latinos le van a Cletus. Porque yo sé que los americanos van todos. De eso estoy bien claro. Cletus McFarland por el carril derecho. Patrick Dumont por el izquierdo. Import versus Domestic. Vamos a ver, ya le enviaron el primer carro al corillo de Cletus. La Camino se la enviaron anoche para el vagón nuestros hermanos dominicanos. Vamos a ver si Patrick Dumont se encarga de enviarle el Leroy también. No lo sabemos. Oh, Cletus se defiende y le dice a Patrick, nos vemos. Mejor reacción para Cletus por el carril derecho. 4.53 al octavo. 6.85 para Cletus en el Leroy. Pasando a la siguiente ronda.
Zumba cómodamente el Leroy. Oye, con tremenda reacción para Cletus McFarland. Oye, que se ranqueó en la categoría Stitch Chip Grana Racing. Mira eso, que mira ahora. La batalla Ford versus Chevrolet. Dímelo, Tingo. ¿A quién le va? Tingo. ¿A quién le va? Team Ford, Team Chevrolet.
Oye, recuerda que esta categoría Stick Shift es traída a ustedes por la gente de Granas Racing.
Platinum General Services Pro Street Bikes, round 1 to 7, please. Platinum General Services Pro Street Bikes, round 1 to 7. So Platinum General Services Pro Street Bikes to 7, please.
Jonathan Miller. Por el carril izquierdo, Nick Coleman. Por el carril derecho, en la pick-up. Cometiendo foul el carril izquierdo, el Mustang, pasando Nick Coleman a la siguiente ronda.
Red light start there for Jonathan Miller. Knew he needed to drop the hammer and unfortunately turn on the red light. Nick Coleman will move on to round number 2 here in Greatness Racing Stick Shift. As next pair sit in the water box here. Yandra Yola in the left lane. Ryan Peterson of the Speedy Petey Racing Corvette. They were numbers 10 and 26 in the field.
Con un poquito de problema, el Mustang por el carril izquierdo haciendo el burnout. Se le atravesó un poco, lo logra enderezar. Corvette por el carril derecho. Ryan Peterson por el derecho. Precioso Corvette. Jandro Uloya por el carril izquierdo en el Ford. Será el Ford, será el Chevy.
So Ford versus Chevrolet out in front of the Mustang. Here comes the Corvette fighting her back. Top of the racetrack at the stripe, out in front. Speedy Petey Racing going to round number 3 here in Greatness Racing Stick Shift. 741.9, 199 to move on. Yandro dipping into the 7s finally with a 799.2 at 173.
Así mismo pasando el Corvette con 7.41 a la tercera ronda.
Next pair going to be coming up here, Ralph Fagezzo in the RRT Motorsports Evo 8. Coors Light side of the racetrack, Napa side. John Rogers, the Import Drag Solutions. 240SX out of Oxford, Ohio with Haltech Precision Turbo, Mass Fab, Turbo Smart, Tin Soldier race cars. All on board helping out.
Viene John Rogers por el carril derecho, tracción trasera, all-wheel drive, carril izquierdo, y no es un Teco, es un Evolution, pero como quiera, celébralo, los panitas tecniqueros, celébralo, que tenemos un Mitsubishi representando por el carril izquierdo con Ray Faisal.
Lights are down. Fighting the car is going to be Rogers, and it finally hooks up. Top of the racetrack, pull it away. Going to be the 240, 755, 199. That thing was fighting them the whole way down the racetrack to hook up. 896 was the one there for Fagezzo at 114. Rogers moving on to round 3 here.
7.55 para John Rogers, que pasa eliminando al Evolution al round número 3.
Next pair coming up, Sean Madden in the Corvette out of Louisiana. Number 2 in the field taking on Robinson. Sean left side, the MR2 out of Quebec. Number 15 in the field.
Carril derecho, Sean Madden por el carril derecho. Carril izquierdo tenemos a Sean Robinson por el carril izquierdo en el MR2 y no el de Coco. Por el carril izquierdo.
So Madden on the 2016 Corvette. On the right side, the domestic machine, the import of the MR2 there in the left. As Madden goes into the pre-stage beams, we wait for Robinson to join. Lights down, clean and green both sides. See Sean Madden fighting that car a little bit there. Top of the racetrack going to be the Corvette. 668 with a 220 miles an hour there for the Vet. 725 with 8 for Robinson at 207.
Oye, y hay que apretar con ese Corvette. 668 a 220 millas, pasando a la siguiente ronda. Oye, el número 2 cualificando con 674, representando el Corvette.
I need all golf carts moved out of the staging lanes and kept out of the staging lanes, please. All golf carts, all pit vehicles need to be removed from the staging lanes, kept out of the staging lanes. Platinum General Services Pro Street Bikes need you lane 7. And reminder drivers, when an official tells you to do something, do it, or that is a risk of a disqualification.
Josh Banning, right side, North Carolina. Left side, Michael Misijo in the Civic. Getting ready to go side by side, number 3 and 19 of the qualified fields here in round number 2 for Greatest Racing Stick Shift. Import versus domestic matchup, little old school, new school style also. That Corvette Z06 body on the tower side. Manning did go a 677 with a 6 at 215 in qualifying. Misijo went a 756.1. Just to give you guys a rough idea of the ET between the two.
Carril derecho, Josh Manning. Por el carril derecho en el Corvette. Carril izquierdo tenemos a Michael Misijo. Por el carril izquierdo. En la CB all-wheel drive.
Hitting the tires, going to be Manning, and issues for Misijo. See you later, Josh Manning with the pedal fest, moving on to round number 3. 8:53, 3-2, taking squirrely and smacking the wall up at the top of the racetrack. And he'll continue to drive it down, but again, smacked the wall just before first turn.
Wow, con problemas después de soltar el paracaídas. El Corvette soltó el paracaídas y lo jaló un poco para la valla. Nada que lamentar, pero le dio un besito, un cantacito al lado derecho del Corvette. So,
checking the replay here. Courtesy of the FloRacing replay camera TV we have up here. As soon as he pulled the chute, he was along for the ride. Chute just started dragging him around, and looks like maybe a piece of debris coming up off the car, but not a whole lot of damage it seemed like. So that's some good news. But
oye, pero ganó Josh Manning pasando la próxima ronda. Está todo bien, nada que lamentar. Me huele que va a estar ready para la próxima ronda en la categoría Stick Shift. No pasó nada, solo observar ahora. Hoy se acerca auto rotativo del día hasta el momento, el primero. La J-Marie se acerca por el carril izquierdo. Dímelo, Jesús Meléndez, Chupatec, dímelo Billy Tech. José Nacho Sánchez, lo que viene por ahí en la J-Marie a Manuela Toyota Starlet.
So just further reminder, X front wheel drive. You guys have a quick turnaround. We have called in the 4-piston racing all motor. So FYI, you guys are the next category to be called. So we just want to give you guys a reminder to service them quickly and get them ready. Also DCT, M Racing, DCT, you guys will be right after X front wheel drive. So we probably won't be far from calling you guys in right after the X front wheel drive category. So just as a quick FYI.
Oye, siguen los boricuas activos, viendo FloRacing activo. Ahí Midali Vélez, saludo por ahí desde Vega Baja, activo también. Keishla y Yandel también, que están conectados viendo el evento FloRacing. Por ahí conectados muchos boricuas. No puedo atenderlos a todos, así que quisiera complacerlos, pero son muchos. Dímelo Sua Fabrication, dímelo Helio. Me están preguntando por los jackets de los Bonnie Gringos. Pide por esa boca que los tienen ready los Bonnie Gringos.
All right. All set, ready to rock and roll here. Devin Schultz, Jose Nacho Sanchez. We'll get ready to light their machines.
Viene el primer rotativo en el día de hoy. Viene, ¿cuánto le gustan los rotores? ¿Cuánto le gustan los rotores? Ahí está el primer rotativo participando en el día de hoy. José Nacho Sánchez por el carril izquierdo. Por el carril derecho, Devin Schultz por el carril derecho. Aquí, óyeme, en la categoría Stick Shift, traído usted por la gente de Grana Racing.
So Devin Schultz, the Eagle talent, number 9 of the field, number 25 coming into today was Jose Nacho Sanchez, the rotary-powered machine. So the Starlet left side, Eagle talent here on the right. Three stage beams on for the pair. Both drivers in. Lights down. Clean launch for both drivers. Getting through the gears just fine. Pulling away is going to be the Eagle Talon. When light shines, Devin Schultz, 697.3209. As Nacho Sanchez coasting it down through the stripe, 1166.275.
6.97 a 209 millas para el talón de David Schultz. Que si llega a estar en Puerto Rico, mi panita Buey lo manda para inspección a donde Jimito. Ah, Buey. Oye, mira quién está ahí en el Bernau, la antijuda de Harold Gómez, Team Puerto Rico. Óyeme, en busca de entrar a la zona de los 6 segundos. Ya corrió 7-0 la antijuda. Boricua, menea la bandera, Boricua, menea la bandera. ¿Dónde están las pavas? ¿Dónde están las pavas? ¿Dónde las pavas, las pavas, las pavas?
Line lines there is going to be Harold Gomez, the 81 Starlet out of Puerto Rico with the rotary powered machine. Jonathan Sy will sit on the tower side, 97 Honda Civic. Now, Sy did get in as an alternate here into the category, and now he's going to try to take out the number 11 man of Gomez. Sy was number 34 and has not made a full pull to the maximum capability of what this car can do. So we'll see with Jonathan Sy if he's got a tune-up in this machine to boogie down the racetrack and take out the number 11 man of Gomez.
Jonathan Sy en su Civic all-wheel drive por el carril derecho. Tenemos a Harold Gómez. Oye, me suelta la rotativa Manuela Steve Chiboricua. Menea la bandera como Manolo. Menea la Manolo. Saca la bandera y meneala con Tuipava, que lo que viene es carrerita buena, como dice Coqueto, Puerto Rico en el izquierdo.
Not one person is sitting down here at the 29th annual sold-out Haltech World Cup Finals presented by Wiseco. 5 straight years of sellouts, and everybody's staying in here. Checking out Greatest Racing Stick Shift round number 2 here on the Cup Giving Away Sunday. Both drivers going to be in. Line's going to be down. Reaction advantage goes to the Starlet. Jonathan Sy is going to be behind. Does he have enough to chase him down? Top of the racetrack. Win light shine 7:07:0 for Gomez. Moving on to round number 3, Jonathan Sy, 7:42.5206. Not enough for his best pass of the weekend.
Viene Puerto Rico. Pasamos a la próxima ronda. No llegaron los 6, pero pasamos a la próxima ronda con tremenda reacción para Harold Gómez en la antijuda. Y los hermanos Gómez on fire.
All right, so checking out the replay here. I mean, look at that launch from the Starlet out in front. Jonathan Sy, though. I mean, great lap for Sy, 7:42.5206, but Gomez a 7:07 at a $1.90 lap. Sy sleeping at the tree. His track prep is underway. Wild Streak going to come at you here momentarily.
Dímelo, Helio, Easy Precision Balancing, dale para la torre, Helio, que ya llegaron el jacket de Zumba, puñeta, de los body gringos. Los muchachos del Turbo V que están activos, Easy Precision Balancing, activo.
So once again, I told you guys, Extreme Front Wheel Drive, we would be calling you fairly quickly. We asked you guys for a quick turnaround. I'm going to need you guys to lane 1, Real Street Performance, Extreme Front Wheel Drive, lane 1. For your pairings, please. Again, Real Street Performance, Extreme Front Wheel Drive, lane 1 for your second round pairings. Gregory left side here in that Eagle Talon with Haltech on board, helping out your number 3 qualifier, Reggio on the Mustang. Was your number 14 qualifier, making the field at a 7:53. And Reggio had to get the motor fixed up, basically. Came up for the final qualifier, knocked the tires, and is trying to figure out what this car is going to do now. Aaron Gregory does have the advantage between the two machines. We'll see if he can get this thing to hook up to get down the racetrack.
Miramos por encima, vamos con ronda eliminatoria de la categoría Wall Street, presentado por Miller Brother Production. Duelo de Import versus Domestic. El Mustang por el derecho. Justin Reggio y Aaron Gregory por el carril izquierdo en el Eagle Talón. Vamos a ver 4G63.
There's nitrous purge here for Reggio as crew guys, it looks like the start line staff taking a look at Reggio's car. Quite sure what's going on there. But Aaron Gregory waiting patiently here in the left lane. So the Talon as on the clock officially is going to be Reggio.
Uy, le están contando los oficiales. Vamos a ver, le están haciendo el conteo el Mustang. Ya van ready. Dale para adelante, dale para adelante, dale para adelante.
Starter has counted him down. Is about to walk away from the car. Reggio is rolling the car forward to try to stage it. Something is going on with that machine. Gregory is going to leave clean. Reggio is going to just kind of coast it on down. Looks like his issues will continue. 828 with an 9 there, 121 for Gregory. He will move on to round number next here in the Wild Streak category.
Viene ganando cómodamente el carril izquierdo. Gástalo ahí, dímelo Walter Violento para acá, mira, la cámara de FloRacing, te veo Violento, dímelo, Drag Racing PR, ríete, ríete.
Nick Coleman, you got a win light, but it sounds like you got a little bit of extra work to do before the next round.
Yeah, we're going to have to switch out a motor. I ended up, I don't know if it dropped a valve. I don't know if it busted a timing belt. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to try to get it changed out for round, what, 3 now? Maybe round 3. So.
Well, you come around the corner and you picked up the parachute and threw it down on the back of the truck, and I was like, I didn't hear anything, but you're pretty deflated at the moment.
Yep. If we can't get it changed out, that's going to be the end of our weekend, and that's disappointing because I wanted to back it up this year.
Well, we're going to let you get going so you can get it swapped out and hopefully get back around for round number 3.
I appreciate it.
Been pretty consistent, 79, 70, and a 767 to make the field. As back up there with the Team Racing name flag.
Viene para encima, duelo de Import versus Domestic. David Consentino, campeón en esta categoría Wall Street, cualificando número 1 en el Toyota Supra. Import por el izquierdo, Domestic por el carril derecho, Branding en el Mustang, Next Gen Performance, FuelTech, ProCharger.
David Constantino left side there on the Supra, your #1 qualifier with a 719. And he was able to run a 22 and a 31 after that, so he is definitely the quicker of the two. As they're going to leave at about the same time. Out in front is going to be Constantino. Top end of the racetrack, win light shines. Constantino, 730 with a 2, 185 and a 766.0 for Brandon Lewis for her best pass of the weekend at 175 miles an hour. Constantino moving on to round number 2 here in Wild Street.
Cómodamente el Supra, pasando a la próxima ronda, David Consentino. Vamos por encima, seguimos con ronda eliminatoria. Corvette por el carril derecho, Mustang por el carril izquierdo, la batalla Ford versus Chevrolet. Dímelo Tingo en la casa, dímelo Manolo, venea la bandera Manolo.
Next pair, it's a classic Ford versus Chevrolet matchup. The Corvette of Fran Schatz out of Pennsylvania. On the Napa side, the local band out of Hughesville, Charlie Barnes. The Coyote-powered Mustang, 1320 Fab, next-gen performance on board, helping out. Your number 7 and 10 qualifiers into the field. Both of these drivers are tough. Charlie Barnes, though, this car has been a proven winning car multiple times. He's also taken it multiple rounds here at the Haltech World Cup Finals presented by Wiseco, but Fran is no slouch. Very, very tough competitor. Lights are down, clean and green, both sides of the racetrack. They're going to be side by side, down to half track. Top end at the finish line. Win light shines for Charlie Barnes. 7:37 down, identical to his qualifying time at $1:77. Fran Shantz, 7:54 for 182. Charlie Barnes moving on. Round number 2.
Qué clase carrerón para Charlie Barnes. 7:37 a 177 millas. Oye, desde los 60 pies salió en la madre, papá. El Mustang. Tingo, ¿qué pasó con los Chevrolet? Ah, no vacile, no vacile.
Next pair going to be coming up here, Frank Provenza and Joshua Schwartz. Schwartz left side there, that white Challenger out of Delaware, your number 6 qualifier. Frank Provenza in the 03 Cobra was your number 11 qualifier on the right. So the Challenger and the Cobra both had some solid passes so far this weekend, and we'll see if their trends can continue to move on to round number 2.
Vamos allá, el Challenger por el izquierdo, Mustang, el Cobra por el derecho.
Lights are going to be an outright. Top advantage will go to the Mustang. Here comes Schwartz. Top end of the racetrack. Win light shines by just half a tenth. Joshua Schwartz, the Challenger, 7:54.9, 181. Frank Provenza was a 7:62.1 at 185. Joshua Schwartz moving on to the next round. As it looks like Jason Marsh will roll up here, tower side. Rolling up by himself. So maybe nope, Carlos Pedroza finally rolling to the water box, but he is taking his sweet time. Starters are not happy about it either.
Jason Marsh por el carril derecho en la Civic. Carril izquierdo, Civic también, pero esta vez desde México. ¿Dónde están los mexicanos? Menea esa bandera, México. Menea esa bandera, mexicano. Menea la Carlos Pedroza por el carril izquierdo en la Civic.
As the starter is telling the drivers, come on, get him in the beams with Jason Marsh and Carlos Pedroza. Marsh's crew walks away, hyped up on Mountain Dew. Pedroza's team walking away, bringing the same energy. Pedroza's in, waiting on Marsh. Marsh about to time out. Marsh times out. Carlos Pedroza is going to win the round. And I see a little smoke, and then it goes away, and I hope that means nothing. Carlos Pedroza in the Civic, your number 5 qualifier, will move on as Jason Marsh times out.
Viene México gozando. ¿Dónde están esos mexicanos? Menea la mexicano, menea la Carlos Pedroza. Pasando a la siguiente ronda.
As sounds we got some cleanup there on the starting line. Since we got a quick moment while it's quiet, just finished talking with Royce a few moments ago. The test session that was originally scheduled for tomorrow has been canceled due to temperatures and windy conditions. Once again, the test session for tomorrow has been canceled. Temperatures do not seem conducive in order to try to hold it, and on top of that, it's going to be windy. So the testing tomorrow will no longer be available. It has been canceled, again, due to temperature and the windy conditions that are expected.
Bueno, mi gente, nos acaban de informar que los que estaban pendientes para quedarse mañana para testear sus máquinas Queda cancelado el testing para mañana, queda cancelado, no va a haber testing mañana debido a las condiciones del tiempo. Mañana el testing queda cancelado, así que los que compraron pasaje como nosotros para verlo, irnos por la noche, lamentablemente quédense en la piscina del hotel porque no va a haber testing mañana.
Así que los que vivan por aquí en Maryland nos invitan, nos hacen comida, lasaña, lo que sea. Estamos disponibles para visitarle y darle una buena parranda. Dímelo, Manolo, menea la bandera, Manolo, menea la bandera. Los de la Pava, vienen los de la Pava con el team de la camisa, la Sarita, los muchachos ahí activos. Así que mañana ya no hay testing privado. No hay testing. Zumba. Hernali ya se fue los primeros 2 jackets, se fueron ya los primeros 2 jackets de Zumba, puño, de los muchachos de los Body Gringos. Así que checate a la página del Coqueto Locutor para que vea los jaquecitos, Body Gringos, gente buena. Y también en la carpa de Willy Monster Teacher tienen variedad de camisas disponibles, PR Supreme, rotativo, del autismo, tienen gorra, tienen Aviation Hat, los del Chavo del 8 Flow, Bad Bunny, los tienen disponibles. Guante también en la carpa de Willy Monster Teacher.
All right, here we go. We're going to break it down for you. Homer Gomez, how was that win?
Estamos contentos, estamos felices de estar aquí.